Hi fourth graders, Mrs. Miller here. I'm going to show you a pretty quick and fairly simple way to create your blog using Google Sites. If there's a different site that you've used before that you would prefer to use, you can go ahead and do that. Or if you don't feel comfortable using Google Sites and you would rather use Google Sites or PowerPoint, both ways are okay. Just remember that for this project you do have to add some pictures, some video, and some sounds. So Google Site is probably the most user-friendly and safe way for you to do that as a fourth grader. So you're going to go to sites.google.com and you're going to click blank. And it's going to give you a really basic template for what your blog could look like. So since you're doing it about a tall tale, you would highlight this first section and write the name of who you're doing your tall tale on. For example, Paul Bunyan. You can play around with the different ways it looks. You can do different fonts. You can make it bigger. It's entirely up to you. This one you can play around with a little bit. You can also put a picture behind here. So if I click Change Image, and I click Select Image, it will pull up a little Google search for me. So if I click Search and I type in Paul Bunyan, it'll give me some different pictures to check out that have to do with what I searched. Now it is Google, so just be careful with what you're searching. You might get some things that you don't need or things that you don't want to see, so just take it easy when you're using your searches. But this one looks like what I need, so I'm going to click it. It will become highlighted in blue with a check mark, and then if I choose Select, it will go there in my background for me. Now, I'm not liking how this looks. It's too small compared to the picture, so I can highlight it and choose a different text to make it bigger. Down here, underneath your heading, is where you're going to put your information. So over here on the right-hand side, if you click text box, it will automatically pop up for you to start putting your information. So you might type something like, Paul Bunyan was a literally tall tale. He was known for being much larger than any other man of his time. He also had a big pet, Babe the blue ox. And then you could continue typing away with your information that you've researched and that you found from different resources. And again, you can change if you want it to look differently here. You can press these different buttons and you have some different options for how your text looks. You'll have to highlight it first, and then if you go and click it, it will change the way it looks. You can make it bigger, you can make it bolder, whichever way you like to do. Now, when you're ready to add some more pictures and some more videos, you're going to come back over here on the right-hand side. If I want to add another picture, I'm going to click Images, and unless you already have something saved on your computer, we're going to choose Select again and do the same way as we did with the background picture. So I'm going to go to Google Image Search and I'm going to type in Paul Bunyan, and there's my pictures of Paul Bunyan again to pick from. So maybe I want to show how big he was. This one looks pretty good. You have to click it, and then when your blue check mark comes up, you can hit Insert and it will put it there. You can move it around to wherever you want it on the screen. If you choose it, you can change your size of your picture so that not everything is in there. You can do a couple different things with it, but you don't have to be too fancy for this. So now I have a picture. Since it's nonfiction, I should also have a caption, so I'm going to add another text box, and I might explain the picture saying, this statue shows how large Paul Bunyan was believed to be, or whatever my image shows. If I want to add a video, Back over here on the right-hand side, if we scroll down, we have lots of different options. If you click YouTube, it will pull up a YouTube link for you, and you can search what you're looking for. I like to add for kids after my search just so I can try to make my hits a little more appropriate. So I have a couple options here. Most of them are read-alouds about Paul Bunyan. Some of them are really long, so be careful what you're choosing. Let's see, scrolling down, this one looks like it might show us a little more information about him. So just like with the picture, we're going to highlight it and click select, and then it will put our video in there for us. So that's how we add video and pictures. With Google Sites, you can't add sounds. That's a totally different tool that you need to embed to be able to do that. So we're just going to stick with the videos and the pictures, and of course the information that you've researched. You'd have to write a lot more than this. This is just an example. So when you're ready to finish your blog, you're going to come up here and click Publish. Now you should see a box like this. It might look a little different for you from a student version. We want to try and keep this just within our district. So we're going to click Manage, and then when it comes to links, we want to put, if we click here where it says Publish Site, if we make it restricted, only people that you add can open the link. That means not anybody can access your site. That's what we want it to do. So if we click, after we do only people added, and click Done, you can name your site. It should probably be what your title is, so maybe something like Paul Bunyan Project. You don't want it to be too long. And then you click Publish, and it will be ready to rock and roll. This little symbol up here is for sharing, and then you can go ahead and share it with me with my email so that I can access your site and check it out. If you would like to see what it looks like from my point of view, and you come up here to preview, it will show you what it looks like for somebody who is just viewing your site, not somebody who is editing it. So that's very quickly how to use Google Sites to do your project. Again, if there's something different you would like to use, that's totally okay. Just let me know. But we're choosing Google Sites because we can keep it safe. We can keep it pretty user-friendly, and it has the ability to add the pictures and videos like we need to be able to do for this project. So if you get stuck or if you have questions, make sure you reach out and let me know. I hope you have fun creating your post, and I can't wait to see what you come up with.